Hey everybody, welcome back. Today I have a review for you, and I think that you can tell from the thumbnail how I feel about it. Let's just dive right in. It is the L'Oreal Infallible Matte Lock Primer. Now, this says that it is a matte finish, it preps, and it smooths and blurs. It is supposed to stop shine and blur imperfections for a matte finish, and it provides all-day oil control. Now, I did initially try the Infallible foundation whenever it first came out. It was okay, but I do feel like since whenever I was trying it, I had a lot of acne issues. It didn't look the best on acne and like dry patches and stuff. Like I still have overall extremely oily skin, but whenever I did have a lot of acne right around each blemish, it can get a little bit dry. And even with exfoliation, number one, that will further exacerbate it. And number two, it still gets dry throughout the day around them. So I didn't love the foundation, and it also did not keep me shine free all day. I got maybe 3 to 4 hours shine freeness at most, and that was combining other mattifying primers and stuff. So long story short, the foundation I didn't love, but I was really excited to try this because it is supposed to be a really intense matte primer, and that's exactly what I need. I have genetically oily skin. My whole family has oily skin. I just need something throughout the day that will help control it. I don't care if I get oily at night or whatever, but during the day I need a little something, something. Now, this primer is $12.99 for 1 fluid ounce. I feel like for the drugstore, we're getting a little pricey with these things, but if it works, hey, I'm more than willing to pay that. So let me show you the primer first. It does come in a little like targeted squeezy tube, which I do like. Sometimes I feel like the holes on these squeezy tubes are even too big. So this does come out nicely, and it is a white cream. It blends in nicely. It's very smooth. There's a lot of dimethicone in here. I think there's like 3 or 4 different types listed on the ingredient list. But it is one of those type of primers. It does make your skin feel incredibly smooth, and normally I would test primers in this way. I test them on bare skin because I like to have something that will just keep me oil free even whenever I'm not wearing anything. I will test them with a powder foundation and a liquid foundation. I only got to the powder foundation step of this because of the reaction that I had to this product, but I will tell you how it did work for those 2 parts. And I did only test this for 3 days. Typically, I would like to test something for 2 weeks solid, using it every single day, or 3 weeks if I'm kind of intermittently using other things. But I didn't get there. I got 3 days out of this before it completely wrecked my skin. So, without anything else on, just bare skin, it does make your skin look smooth, it looks nice. I did only stay matte though for about 2 hours, which is better than nothing. I can usually get about 45 minutes of shine freeness with nothing on. With a primer, typically 2 hours is, my normal amount of time. The NYX pore filler does keep me looking better for a little bit longer, but I'm not completely shine free because it is more of a pore filling primer. But this one overall, the longevity of just bare skin, not great. Now with powder foundation on top of it, I did actually get a solid 4 hours of being shine free, which is pretty darn good. The powder foundation that I used is the Tarte Double Duty Beauty Confidence Creamy Powder Foundation, I think is what it's called. It's in a little gold compact. That alone, I can get about 2 hours worth of shine freeness. So this did add 2 hours on top of that amount of time. So I feel like for me and my extremely oily skin, 4 hours is pretty good. That's pretty much the most I'm going to get out of anything, any combination of products, unless I'm really going heavy duty with all the products like primer and foundation and powder and setting spray, all of those. I can sometimes eke it out to like 5, 6, but that's rare. So 4 hours is pretty fair. It did look nice. It didn't make the foundation break up or anything. It did adhere to it, and it didn't create any like patchiness. So I did like that about it. However, after the second day, I started noticing after I took, and washed my skin and stuff, I noticed on my forehead, like right here, little like underneath the surface bumps coming up. And I was like, oh, this is not good. Because I know my skin, I just know how it reacts to makeup products, and I get very specific types of breakouts based on makeup products as opposed to just hormonal or just a pimple popping up here and there. This was the makeup type of breakout, and I could feel them coming up. And this is the only product that I had changed in my regimen for that 2 days, so I knew that it had to be this. But I went ahead and I wore it the third day, and after the third day, I could feel, I don't know if you can see them, but I did take pictures whenever they first started coming up. I'll try and pop those in here. But I got one right here and one right here, blemishes, and then I also got one right here that's not even able to be concealed that well. And I ended up getting quite a large one right here, and then also one right in the crook of my nose here. This one was quite small. This one was large, and then these two were like medium sized. And it sucked. They were very, very painful. And my makeup blemishes tend to be this. If they are around my nose, they're very tiny little like pinprick type of blemishes with a teeny little bit of TMI white substance that will come out like a minuscule amount if I, push on it. The other ones, if they're anywhere else on my face, they will be large, raised up kind of bumps. And if I pick at them, which I know I should not, if I do, nothing will ever come out except clear, greasy type of liquid. TMI. But that is exactly the type of pimples that I had. Whenever I get hormonal ones, they will be full on like just a whitehead, with your typical like stuff that will come out followed by the clear stuff, and then it's over. These only clear stuff comes out of, and it's just, they were so painful, and I basically had to go a whole week without wearing any makeup just to kind of rehab my skin a little bit. And even now, without the makeup, these are still very, very red. This one is pretty red. It's going down a little bit though. It's almost even with the skin. It's still a little bit raised up. These are both even with the skin, and this one has pretty much dried out. The nose one went away after a couple days because it was so small. But I just, as good as this primer is in terms of controlling very, very oily skin, which I have, I think 4 hours of oil control is pretty good for me. If you have less oily skin, but still have oily or combo skin, this could probably keep you matte all day long, no problem. But listen to me, please. If you have blemish-prone skin, do not get this product. It's just not worth wrecking your skin. I've spent so much time and money trying to correct my acne, and so now anytime that a product makes me break out, it's gone. It's dead to me. I will never touch it again. I just refuse to go back to that place where my acne was just in a beard all over my cheeks and chin and stuff. I just don't want to go back there. So that is the buyer beware message here. If you do not ever break out from makeup products, hey, go for it. This will probably be amazing for you. But if you break out from primers or foundations or things like that, I would really highly suggest staying away from this product. Not to say that it's not a good product in the performance, but the havoc that it can wreak on your skin is just kind of not okay in my opinion. But this is one of those things. For me and my skin, it didn't work. For you and your skin, it might work though, and that's why I wanted to put this review out there, even though it wasn't complete, you know, in the amount of time that I like to review things, because I don't want anybody to have to experience, you know, this kind of nasty, painful breakout situation. It's just not fun, and it doesn't make you feel good about yourself either. So that is it, guys. I hope you got some information out of this review and that it helped you to make a decision on whether you want to roll the dice and see if this will work for you. And that is it, guys. I will catch you next time. Bye.